let's talk about how we select our vendors or suppliers. Now, I have a few points to make. The first one being you must include every single person who is going to either be using the product in the end, who is going to help maintain the product, who is going to be involved in the project of like installing the product, depending on what it is, creating the software, just anybody who is involved in the product itself, whether that's in the project phase or in the BAU phase, they all need to be there when you are picking the supplier. On the meetings themselves, make sure that you are having meetings with the suppliers. Make sure they are coming in and doing demonstrations, even if that has to be online. I've been on a few where they've been online and they would demonstrate the product online and you can ask questions. That is really important because then you can see the product in real time and you can actually put them on the spot with certain questions. And it's okay if they can't answer them and they have to go away and ask another team in the organisation about certain things. As long as they're willing to kind of help, that is also a good sign as well. And in those demonstrations, again, make sure you've got all the right people in the room so that they can ask the questions that they have. Working in IT, I've seen firsthand what it's like when IT, for example, are not involved in picking a supplier. What happens is the product cannot be suitable for other systems that are used within the organisation, and then you have to come up with these makeshift ways of making everything fit together and work how the business want it to work, when that's not the job of IT. That was the job that should have been done when you selected the vendor, and IT should have been involved at that point so that they could say, well, actually, no, this is not going to fit in with how we currently work, and could have helped you pick something that was actually better. So again, it doesn't have to be IT, it could be any department. Just make sure that the right people are there so that they can tell you, okay, this is going to work or it's not going to work. Okay, the last thing I would add is that you definitely should speak to other people that have used the system, because they will be able to tell you whether what the supplier is telling you is actually true. So do they stick to their SLA so they get back to you within 3 days if that's what it is? Do they update the system regularly? Can they provide you with the reports that they're telling you that they can provide you with? Is there a dedicated project manager or a dedicated person once the project has finished that you can actually contact if there are any issues with the system? So if you speak to people that are using it, they can give you those answers, and they can also tell you how they are using it as well, so that might give you ideas about how you could use it in the future. So it's definitely good to talk and good to share information with others. If this makes sense to you, then obviously leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you would add anything or disagree, again, leave it in the comments, and hopefully see you in the next one. Take care.